All right. Okay. Chickens and pickles. Chickens and pickles. All right. Good morning. Give it a couple minutes for everybody to show up here. Giving you a couple minutes. Good morning from East Bayside, Portland, Maine. It's the coolest place on earth. It's one of the cool corners of this planet. When you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do, just write a postcard. When you're feeling fine and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. Don't you know Grandma loves this show? She listens every time. You don't need a reason, you don't need a rhyme to write a postcard to P.O. Again and again to write a postcard to 224 Anderson Street, Box 1. Just write a postcard to Portland, Maine. Just write a postcard 04101. 'Cause Grandma loves this show. Well, good morning. Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcards Studio here in beautiful East Bayside, Portland, Maine. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. And please let me know if I need to turn my vocal up or I need to turn my guitar down or something like that, because sometimes what I hear is not what you hear. So good morning. I'm super excited to be here with you this morning. And if you're just joining us for the first time, I'm Jenny Van West coming to you live from Portland, Maine. You can write to me and to us, because I will read it on the show. Postcards, care of Jenny Van West Music, 224 Anderson Street, Box 1, if you want to sound official. Portland, Maine, 04101. Love to hear from you. You can also join my Patreon, which I would really appreciate if you are so inclined, or spread the word about that. It helps me to support this space, pay my rent, continue to give free music lessons to people who need it, and take care of my other students, and give this podcast a home. So I'm so happy to be here with you. Let's see who we got here this morning. Good morning, Shane Alexander from Los Angeles, and Diggy Cat coming to us from Santa Clarita, and Judith Swyman from Queens, New York City. Lovely to see you here this morning. And yes, good morning. Oh, listening from downtown Flushing in Queens. Yes, good morning. Good morning, Diggy. Good morning, Judith. Good morning, Shane. So this I'm gonna just hang out with you guys, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna play some songs. I've got some special steals and deals today. Okay, just saying. All right, you might want, if you guys are gardeners, you might want to think about this. I'm also gonna try and show you a quick video regarding gardening here in Maine in the very early springtime, which it is. So and let's see, what else have I got going on here? I got Charlotte the accordion today. She's going to make an appearance. I'm not sure quite how. And we have some mail. What is in this package? We're going to find out at 11:30. So, happy to have you guys here. Oh, and Sarah Edmonds, lovely to see you here. Look what I got in the mail. I got something in the mail from you. I wonder what it could be. We're going to open it. Let's see. Carolyn Irving Hensky coming to us from Evanston, Illinois. Nice to see you here. Hello to David. And so let's see. I had a little bit of a whirlwind this morning, but I think everything's all right. So I'm going to play you a newer song of mine, which is kind of goes with the territory. It's sort of in process, and so I've done some demos of it, but nothing's really. Anyway, it's new. It's in process. All right, here we go. Woke up this morning out of my head, couldn't eat, couldn't even get out of bed. Chalk it up to the news these days, evil men and their more thoughts, they won't get in the way. Put on a smile and I close the front door, and I drive and I drive and I drive, and the whole world closes around me like I was a pearl in a shell. In darkness, homeless, trapped by this distress, I cannot see how I shine. Oh, anxiety, you really got a hold on me. Woke up this morning, got out of bed, thin ray of sunshine and a slice of black bread. Drank some black coffee and I didn't read the news. I just opened the door and put on my shoes, and the whole world opens around me like I am a pearl in a chest. Open a window and let the breeze curl in. I finally see how I'm blessed. Ooh, anxiety, you're not a part of me. Ooh, oh, anxiety. All right, new song, Anxiety, coming to you live from the Postcards Studio in East Bayside. I'm so happy that you guys are here with me this morning. Well, good morning, Lisa Redfern. Hopping in to say hi between commitments. Sounds great. I'm so excited. Lisa is singer-songwriter, wonderful singer-songwriter from here in Maine, and she's coming down to South by Southwest next week. And we're going to be down there together. We're going to do some singing together. We're going to do some ramming around together, eating some tacos. Looking forward to it. So this is my warm-up for South by. If you guys are not familiar with that, look it up. It's a phenomenon down in Austin, Texas. Looking forward to catching some of the musicians' spring break, catching some of those trees blooming, a little warm weather, and get my head together after a long winter in Maine. You know, it's really a great way to celebrate life. So let's see, Linda Baker, good to see you here. Yes, and oh, thank you, Diggy. Thanks for the excitement about the new record. So let's see. It's a new, I haven't done a Monday in a little while. I haven't done a Monday with you guys in a little while. So let's see. What can I say? What have I been up to? And I want to hear what you've been up to. All right, so here we go. What are your signs of spring? Like Los Angeles, 10 feet of snow? Or do you have some like flower buds happening? I've got some plants that are starting to bud. They're outdoor plants, but they're inside right now. So I feel like there's some spring energy starting to happen. We had this huge snowfall the other day, about a foot of snow, and but it was a spring snow. It reminded me of like Maryland snowstorms that used to happen when I was growing up, and they do still happen, when like the cherry blossoms would be out and the snow would fall, and we would drive over to this neighborhood called Kenwood where there were all these Japanese cherry trees in Bethesda, Maryland, and to see the snow on the cherry blossoms, it was absolutely beautiful. And my mom made sure that I had some of those kinds of experiences of enjoying the intense beauty of gardening, of trees, of being outdoors. And so I really, my mom is one of the people to really thank for that. So thanks, Mom. Yeah, popping in on before work. That's what I'm talking about. Have a good day, Linda. Hope it goes great today. So let's see. We got a little steals and news. Normally what we do on the show, if you've never been here before, first of all, write to me. I love getting postcards. I love getting little things in the mail. We've got some mail that we're going to open at 11:30. 224 Anderson Street, Box 1, Portland, Maine, 04101. I'm here in East Bayside, which, by the way, is one of the most linguistically diverse neighborhoods in the United States. I think actually a couple years ago it was marked as there's a couple blocks in here that are more linguistically diverse than basically any place in the United States. And so it's a really special place for me because I do, as some of you know, I have a program out of my studio now. That's an extension of my musical practice, which is having the opportunity to teach guitar lessons, voice lessons, some piano lessons, do artistic development with recent immigrants. And my friend Aaron Seglin, who's a wonderful musician here in Portland, and I do that together. And you know, right now I'm involved with any number of things. So to be in the neighborhood where a number of my students live is just an absolute, and go to school at Portland Adult Education is a really wonderful opportunity for me. So consider being I'll say this a couple more times during the show, consider being a patron of this show, of this studio, and of my work here in the neighborhood by joining my Patreon. There's all kinds of options, and your reward is postcards and feeling good and being a part of something cool. So anyway, last bit about that for now. And you know I'm going to talk about it a whole bunch more because I never remember what I said 10 minutes ago, which you could totally take advantage of if you wanted to. So it's about 11:15, and one of the things that we do, as you can hear in the song, if you heard the song in the beginning, I'm always remembering my old P.O. Box. P.O. Box 1252 over in Westbrook, Maine. But I'm on the other side of town now, and so it makes more sense to get my mail here, 224 Anderson Street. And if you're ever in Portland and you want to come by and see what's going on here, buzz me. It's not a place you can necessarily just drop by because often the door is locked and I'm not here. I'm doing something else. But you're more than welcome to hit me up and have a little say howdy. All right. So here's the steals and deals for today. We didn't get, I used to get all these, you know, last week I read them. I think I went digging through the recycling this morning and I couldn't find them. I don't know what happened to my steals and deals this week. So I thought I'd do is I talk about seed catalogs. Yes, if you live in the city, maybe you don't get a seed catalog, or maybe you have a community garden, like, for instance, the Epic one that's down in Boston that was started around World War II era and is just, like, expansive and amazing. All these little gardens and stuff. Well, I've got a little garden in the backyard, and actually I'm going to show you, this is my first time trying to do this, so bear with me. I've got a short video that shows you what I was doing the other day. After it snowed a foot, I've got a, some of you know that I've got a, whoops. Again, thanks for your patience because I'm going to find this. Oh, maybe it disappeared. All right, well, maybe I can't do this. I tried to share a video with you guys. But anyway, let me describe it to you. Okay, I've got a little hoop house. It's a it's made out of PVC piping. It's got plastic over it. It's basically like a greenhouse, but you can take the roof off in the summertime. And some of you have heard me talk about this. It's a way of extending the seasons, earlier in the spring and later in the summer. And last summer we had a really amazing little house concert in front of the hoop house with Johnny Myers and Ariel Silver. And but the hoop house has been recovered. Thank you, Jeff Van West. There's a new door on it. And I'm starting to think about when I get back from South by, it's going to be time to start getting some seeds started in the basement, to direct sow some things right in the hoop house. And the other day it snowed a foot, and I had to literally had to put on snowshoes to get out, to get into the hoop house. So there's a visual for you. All right, let's see. You saw a gotten in video on your Facebook. Yes, you saw the gotten in video. Good. Nice Maine English there, Diggy. Lisa, heading to sing old folk songs for the old folks at Avita in Brunswick. All right, go get them, girl. Cheer those folks up. Have a great time. Let's see. Out in Santa Clarita, first sign of spring. The other day I went for my walk and didn't need a jacket. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. We got stuff going on. I've been rearranging the studio. Okay, that sounds great. But published this week, Patreon 2. Okay, thank you, Diggy. Spring. Let's see. The neighbors that usually yell at each other indoors are yelling at each other outside. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna say that might be my favorite. I love New York. I love Queens. I need to come down and see you guys. So, all right. So this is one of my favorites. We have a bunch of good seed catalogs here in Portland. Oh, and if you're just jumping on, Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcards Studio, East Bayside, Portland, Maine. Happy to be with you this morning. We're talking about steals and deals, and here is the Territorial Seed Catalog. This is actually a vestige of my life that I lived in the Pacific Northwest for a dozen years. This is out in Cottage Grove, Oregon, and but they do grow stuff for cooler climates, which I appreciate a lot. And I've had very good luck with their descriptions of seeds. So, couple things. So, I guess basically my whole message is just go order a couple of seeds. If you need some ideas for what's easy to grow on your windowsill because you live in the city or you don't have gardening space, hit me up. I'd be happy to talk gardening with you. I love helping people grow things. Sun golds, those are a favorite. I'll be growing some of those. Those are those little tomatoes that are really sweet, and they're easy to grow. We have a very short growing season here in Maine. So let's see if I can find a picture of those. But anyway, I'm just having fun. This is what I'm looking at every day right now. I'm just trying to figure. I got to make some decisions about what I want to grow, but I think I'm going to grow some green beans. In the hoop house, I forgot to start my garlic. Last year we had early garlic. I always grow some chard because it just doesn't hate me. It doesn't mind getting hot in the summer. It's good in the cool weather. It's good in the hot weather, you know. And so chard is one of my favorites. I eat a lot of kale, but I have not had much luck growing it. So I'm gonna try and amend the soil a little bit this year and get that going. But one of the things I love about Territorial and some of the other seed catalogs have this, because this is steals and deals, so we want to talk steals and deals for just a second, is you can get these little teeny packets of seeds, like just a few, you know, for a couple of bucks, right? And experiment. Another thing I'll just say I really, really love to grow are anything in the squash family. They love me. They love me most of the time. And they grow well in a high nitrogen environment, which I've got. I've got a lot of compost that I dig into the soil. We have a compost pile out back. We also have this great service that they have a lot of cities now, which is called, I forget what it's called here. But they have those green buckets, and you can drop your, kitchen scraps in there, and then they drop you off a bag of compost during the growing season, which is awesome. I can't remember what it's called. I wasn't prepared to talk about them. I don't know. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. So anyway, seed catalogs. Let me know if you're having some fun thinking about growing stuff. All right? All right, cool. Well, it's 11:20, and then I'm thinking it might be time for another song. 11:30ish, we're going to read the mail. We do have some mail to read. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome to Postcards. I'm your host, Jenny Van West, coming to you live from East Bayside in Portland, Maine, where it is a stunningly beautiful day. It's clear. It's actually not that cold. So here's my sign of spring. One more sign of spring. My sign of spring is that the wind is kicking today. It's kicking. But I didn't feel like my face was going to freeze off. Okay? That's serious progress here in Maine. All right. Enough about that. We're going to get this old guitar. Let's get the old guitar. All right. I want to sing, I had a really cool experience the other day I want to talk about, and I'm going to be sharing some more about this later. Before we go home today, I want to talk a little bit more about this show that's coming up that I've had the good fortune of being involved in. And that's, it's a show called, where's my little thing? Hang on a second. It's a show called Somewhere Elsewhere, and it's going to be on March 26th in Westbrook. March 23rd. It's a Thursday at the Westbrook Performing Arts Center. And this is a new show by Karem Durdog and Andy Happel. And if any of you all live in Maine or elsewhere, you might know Andy Happel. He's one of the most he's one of my favorite musicians anywhere. And his band, Thanks to Gravity, is going to be playing all the songs. Andy composed all the music. This is an immigration story told in a musical format, and it's just amazing. I got to be at the table read the other day. It's going to be a staged reading. A couple of my friends who were born in other countries are going to be in it. I've had the privilege and the opportunity to connect them with the production and also to support them with their lines and so forth. Getting that pronunciation right to be on stage. So a really amazing opportunity for me as a coordinator of connecting people from other countries with musical and performance opportunities. This is a professional production, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. So it's going to be March 23rd, Thursday, March 23rd in Westbrook at the Westbrook Performing Arts Center. So I wanted to play this song, which I've played many times on this show, and it was on my last record. And it's about being separated from the ones you love, for any reason, whatever reason that is. And that to some degree, we're never actually truly separated from those people. But at the same time, honoring the experience. All right, here we go. Baby, I'm a long way from home, walking through this strange land, feeling so alone. The streets are cold, the days are dark without you, the path is dim. Sometimes I don't know where to turn. There's a little voice inside that speaks to me in the stillness of the night. Have courage, everything is gonna be alright. And I'm gonna see you again. But we gotta have faith. Gotta take heart, gotta stick together when life falls apart. Gotta hang tough, and we gotta let go. 'Cause even when the road is rough, we're never alone, never alone, never alone, never alone, never alone, never alone. Oh. Ooh. In this strange land, I no longer feel so alone. 'Cause you are with me everywhere I go. And I'm gonna see you again. But we gotta have faith, gotta take heart, gotta stick together when life falls apart. Gotta hang tough, gotta let go. 'Cause I got you and you got me, a couple of angels and the destiny. We will be lifted, we will be home. These thoughts of you, they carry me, and we're never alone, never alone. Never alone, 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 never alone. Thank you very much. Jenny Van was coming to you live from East Bayside, Portland, Maine. So happy to be here with you. It's a beautiful day. And sometimes I warm up my voice while singing the song to you. And that's what it sounds like when I don't warm up first. Anyway, so happy to be here. Gonna take a little sip of my tea. I got some nice green tea here. And I think I've got a little message on my tea bag. Let's take a look. Let me get the lid off of this safely first so I don't spill it all over myself. Nice little yogi tea bag. Let's see what it says. Nature teaches us harmony. Okay, we're talking about growing things. We're talking about springtime. Nature teaches us harmony. I'm not sure what that means, but I'll take it. All right, that's good. Let's see, it's almost 11:30 and it's going to be time to read the mail. So this has been a really fun thing to look forward to today because I haven't done a solo show in a little while. And next week I'm going to be in South by Southwest, so there's going to be actually no show. Oh, I forgot to put up my banner. Whoopity-doo. Let's see. Let's make sure it's right. Next week there's going to be no show on Monday because I'm going to be traveling on Sunday, and I'm going to be on KOOP with Penny Joe Pullis on Monday. And I don't know exactly what time that is, and it's Central Time and all that kind of stuff, so I thought it was better if I just don't have a show next Monday. Let's see. So I'm going to be in South by Southwest. I've got a really cool event that I'm going to be a part of. Let me just make sure I got this right. It's Monday, people, getting my act together. I think this is right. So next week I'm going to be on KOP on Monday down in Austin. I'm looking forward to that, talking with Rush Evans and Penny Joe Pullis about the day party that I'm going to be working at, and I'm going to be doing some postcards from. I'm going to be doing some live shows on I think it's Thursday the 16th. God, I should have this right in front of me, shouldn't I? Thursday the 16th of March. Let's see if I've got that number right. It's going to be at Opal Divines in South Portland. Yes, Thursday the 16th. There's a great lineup that I'm going to pull up and read to you. And let's see, what can I say about this? It's coordinated by Tex Chromosome. It is a whole mess of really fantastic performers that I'll read to you. Opal Divines, South Austin. I'll be there all day doing postcard stuff and things. I'm going to be booking some people for the show for the spring. Getting some, being able to connect with some artists right in person and bring some people into the show and share South by Southwest with you. It's a really fabulous time in Austin. I think there's my favorite part of South by in Austin, the one that I know the best, that's my kind of my hangout, is these fringe events that are going on outside of the official festival. Sort of South by Southwest unofficial. There's just so much happening, so many people to run into, so much free live music. It's for fun and for free. It's musicians' spring break, and it's a fantastic time. Let's see if I can find this. So, here's the schedule. Okay, we're going to do this, and then we're going to read the mail. All right, so we've got coming to you live from Opal Divines Austin Grill in South Austin on Thursday, March 16th. I'm going to be playing a solo set from 2 to 2:30. My buddy Lisa Redfern's playing at 2:35. I'll skip the times, okay? We got Mary Schultz playing after that, Rigby Summer, Kay and Penny Joe. We got Mandy Prater, Elizabeth Lee, and Martin H. We got Kelly Swindle. Pi Jacobs is going to be there. Mike Miz is there. Rosie Nolan, Deanne Renee, Leah Alonso, and Lady Couch is going to be closing it up at 11:30. So this is a really stellar lineup of a variety of acts, and it's going to be just so much fun. It's for fun. It's for free. It's sponsored by Tex Chromosome down in Austin. Thursday, March 16th, I'll be broadcasting from there. I'm going to be doing Catch As Catch Can videos. Whoops, sorry, I've got a little problem going on here. Catch As Catch Can videos of stuff and things that are going on in Austin, and I'll be keeping you up to date with little bits and pieces from the experience, just to share and to feel like I've got you with me. Thanks, Diggy. You're always like an awesome booster for everybody. I really appreciate that about you. And yes, how awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Oh, wait, we got news about the mail. Here we go. I sent you a postcard. It came back to me 3 days later, and the postage wasn't even stamped out, so I remailed it again last week. Okay. I'm waiting for my postcard. Thanks, Diggy. Oh, and Judith Wyman saying happy Purim to everybody. Got a Purim show in Manhattan this afternoon. Okay, so I'd love to hear what's on the agenda for your Purim show. If you're not familiar with Purim, maybe Judith, you can leave a note in the comments. It's a I've never actually experienced it, even though I'm married to a Jewish guy. I've never experienced Purim for real. So, like, because we just don't do that sort of stuff around the house. We have all kinds of other things we make jokes about, but love to get sort of the intel from you on what that is. So, it's time to read the mail, and we have some mail. Whoops. And the thing about this, oh God, let me turn off this mic. Sorry, I've got this like lower mic for my guitar that's picking up absolutely every little thing that happens when you open a package. All right, so this is from Rockville, Maryland. It's from Sarah Edmonds, and Sarah is one of my longtime friends. We've been hanging out, enjoying life together. We were best friends in like middle school and early high school. And then I went off to a different school, and we kind of lost touch for a while. We stayed in touch for a little bit, but like we kind of, we went off and had our lives. And then through the magic of social media, we reconnected, and we have just as much fun now as we did then. We just have more responsibilities, and we do it on Zoom, but we have a fabulous time. And Sarah has just like, she's a good songwriter, and she just put out her first record. And look what I have with me to take down to Austin and maybe give to a couple of people. It's her first record, her very first record of original music. It was produced in Woodstock, New York. It's a really good album. It's her very first album. It's called Preacher's Daughter, and yes, she is a preacher's daughter. I'm just going to read the track list here because it'll just give you a taste of what's on here. I have been witness to the development of a lot of these songs, and it's been a real privilege to see it. Gone for Good, I Ain't No Cinderella, Secret Service, Leave the Light On, Under the Table, Big Blue, Never Surrender, Purple Snow, Girl, Mass Distraction, and Preacher's Daughter. These are really good songs, and it's really important, in my opinion, for people to start where they are and to make a record if they so desire. If they have a reason, if you have a reason, you have a burning in your soul, a longing in your soul that you need to make a record, you should make a record. You should learn how to do that and make a record. And if you need some direction, Postcards Studio can help you. If you need some ideas about how to get started with that, I love to help people get on their way. And so, as you can see, it's a beautifully designed record with amazing photographs. And my pal Sarah Edmonds. Sarah, congratulations again, all over again, on your record. It's so exciting. Oh my God. Preacher's Daughter. You can find her at sarahdmondsmusic.com. All right. So thank you, Sarah. I'm so excited that I can bring these down to South by. I'm gonna drop one off at KOOP. I'll give one to Penny Joe, and we'll get you maybe get you on the radio down there. Wouldn't that be cool? So well, that's the mail call for today. Gong. We did it. Mail call. It's time for another song. Yeah, Sarah. Here. Whoops. Hang on a second. Here we go. And a nice congrats from Judith. And and let's see. Oh, here we are. Purim. It's a fun holiday. Eat some hamantaschen. Remember Queen Esther and the evil Haman. Check out that Bible story. All right, people. Head for your nearest Old Testament and read up on hamantaschen, Queen Esther, evil Haman, and check out the Bible story. Okay, great. So there we go. Thank you. Happy Purim, everybody. Let's see. I'm gonna play another one. Today's been. Here's the thing. This is so funny. It's a very off. I don't necessarily know what the theme of the show is going to be before I put the songs together and start talking about it. But one of the things that's true about March is that I call it mental health month in Maine, and I sort of do it as a little bit of a ha-ha, isn't that funny kind of a thing with a very serious undertone, because the reality is that March is really hard, and it actually is really hard for a lot of people in a lot of parts of the country. But if you live in a place with a cold climate, when you get to March, it's kind of like up here anyway. I just feel like you just feel like you maybe have had enough. So yeah, so Singing Anxiety, Never Alone. And then this next one. I'm actually going to sing it a whole step lower than I normally do, just to see if my voice is, speaking of that winter we were talking about. I'm getting my voice warmed up for South by. Oh, and look at this. Oh, yeah, Sarah, you're welcome. Of course. I love you too. And March is also Social Work Month. Okay, so there we go. We're talking, mental health and stuff like that. So this song is about addiction. Something I know quite a bit about, having experienced it up close and personal in all kinds of different ways. And I wrote this. This was on my first album. That was it's a song I wrote with Ed Desjardins up in Reedfield, Maine, who's a dear friend of mine, producer, incredible songwriter and performer, has mentored me quite a bit. Recorded my first record, and I showed up with this song. It was early. This is when I was really just starting to get out and play out. The first year. This is about 10 years ago. I met Ed when, and it's not a song about him. It's just a song we wrote together. But I met Ed here at this club called Blue, and it was still a tiny little hole in the wall. And it's a much bigger and much more developed space. But I met him there and sent him some of my recordings, some of my demos, and he said, "Hey, let's get together. Let's play a show together." And I was thrilled about that because he's an absolutely wonderful guy. Love his family, love his production values and all that. So this is from my first album. It's called Wings of White. Had a wild idea the other night, built from wax and wood these wings of white, and take me away from earth. It felt so right, so right. I could feel it in my bones, so right. I could feel it in my bones. I love it way up there where the air is clean, and atmosphere will end and space begin. I'm light in the head and then the senses dim, so cold it could freeze you to the bone, so cold it could freeze you to the bone. But I have no fear of falling when I'm 10 miles from the ground, and the sun is making its own gravity, and it won't hesitate to take me down. Flying high above the clouds tonight, destination moon, hemisphere of light. One side's cold and dark, the other bright, so bright it could burn you to the bone, so bright it could burn you to the bone. But I have no fear of falling gravity, and it won't hesitate to take me down. To take me down. This guitar is really wonky today. But I have no fear of falling when I'm 10 miles from the ground and the sun is making its own gravity, and it won't hesitate to take me down. Whoa, to take me down. Whoa, to take me down. Yeah, I needed that. I needed that. Thank you so much. Jenny Van West coming to you live from the Postcards Studio here in East Bayside, Portland, Maine, where it's absolutely gorgeous today. And I'm so happy to be here with you. Let's see what we got in the comments. Yes, I love this song. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Congrats on my album. Well, I'm to tell you that it's happening very slowly. It's it's a process. Still figuring out how to make this record. I got kind of like two that are starting to gather some steam, but I'm going to say that I've really been I wouldn't say taking it easy. I've been paying attention. I've been paying very close attention to myself, and this goes along with the mental health theme that apparently we've stepped into today. Apparently I need to talk. Is that last fall I was starting to notice that I was really just experiencing some anxiety around stuff that normally just didn't cause me anxiety. And I'm an intense gal. You've seen it. It's how I roll. I do a lot of stuff. I like to think about things a lot, and sometimes I get a little too far up in my head. And but one of the things I was noticing was that I was having anxiety about playing shows, and people were like, "Oh, performance anxiety, blah blah blah," and I'm like, that doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel like performance anxiety. I know what that is, and that's not what this is. It was like a real need to step back. A real need to step back and continue to stay stepped back. And what that meant for me was not taking any gigs that I didn't feel good about. If for whatever reason, if I started to get anxiety, I'm not doing it. And lo and behold, speaking of spring, hope springs eternal, things regrowing, allowing things to come back. I have been feeling the return of some really critical energy that I need to make records, that I need to make shows, that I need to produce, that I need to create performance, the drive, the ambition. And so what I'm really thrilled to, and I was when I was speaking with one of my producers on the phone the other day, he was like, "Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it coming back." So thank you, Shane, for saying that, because I definitely, some people, they don't talk about this stuff, and that's totally fine. People keep it under wraps. People don't talk about it. I've got a little bit of a public platform, and I do like to talk about these things because I know other people are experiencing them. And if the only thing that challenges do for us is cause us trouble, maybe there's another way to look at them after we're through them, and to share with others, because one thing I learned from recovery and so forth is that experience is the thing of value in life. Sometimes that's true. I think a lot of times that's true. And what we are able to oh, and I think I just did that whole song with my guitar muted. Whatever. Okay. It's all right. Welcome to my show. It's totally imperfect all the time. Oh my God. Anyway, so just being able to share what's going on in whatever way, shape, or form. Like sometimes people make it into art. Sometimes people just share it with a family member, talk to a therapist. Music can be incredibly helpful. I'm a fan of reminding myself and others that just the vibrational qualities of music are physically healing. I really believe that. I believe they can reach places in us that are deeper than most medicines can go. It's able to shake some things loose at a cellular level that maybe we need to let go of, or some goodness that we need to let in. So anyway, there's my little chatting you up, and on that note, I do create music. I'm working on working on recording again, looking at how to do that best, and I do need some support as an artist. And I wanted to just say there's no shame in asking for that. So please consider being part of my Patreon. I do a bunch of things out of this studio. I do postcards. I teach lessons. I am working on some other exciting projects that I'll share with you as time allows and as things develop. We're getting a documentary songwriting program through docsong.org going here, and it's happening here at the studio. There's a whole bunch of things that need support. Immigrant Music Connection happens here, which is basically a nice way of saying, it's a clear and easy way of saying, is that if people who are recent immigrants want to take lessons and they don't have work permits, they don't have any money, they have time but no money, they got a lot of time to sit around and think about got a lot of time for things to go wrong in their minds and in their lives, a lot of problems to deal with. But this is a refuge, where you can come and learn, do some songwriting, do some documentary songwriting, learn some guitar. I can find you a bass teacher, that kind of stuff. I do that all for fun and for free. It's an extension of my musical life. So please pass this around. Passing the hat here. Join my Patreon. You can also Venmo me if you want to. I'm easy to find on Venmo. So anyway, thank you for your support. But most of all, when I do this show, the thing that's the most helpful and healing for me is just to have the opportunity to say hi. I think just saying hi sometimes solves 90% of the problem, because suddenly we're not alone anymore, I'm feeling good today, but, sometimes I when I do a show or I got an audience in front of me, I know there's probably, I always think about that person in the room. There's someone in this room who's feeling close to the edge, and that's the person that along with the rest of us really needs some special TLC. And thank you, Sarah. I do guitar therapy. You're one of my biggest champions of that. Let's see. It's not imperfect. So wabi-sabi. I don't know what that means. I believe you, Judith. I believe you. Music is medicine. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I love your music. Thank you, Diggy. And thanks to Diggy and all you folks out there who do all those, everything to bring music to people. There's a lot of ways to do that. Judith is talking about, she's doing a Purim show. She also goes and does a lot of concerts, doing regular concerts in environments where people are in assisted living or in nursing homes, that sort of thing. And then, playing radio shows, producing records. There's so many different ways. Sharing a song with someone else. The whole mixtape thing, that is a real, I've had some mixtapes. If anybody who remembers the mixtape, the cassette tape that your friend sat around for hours and made you from actual LPs and stuff like that. Making a playlist for someone. Making a playlist for yourself. There's a zillion ways. Going to a live show. Actually, I do want to say something more about that. I mentioned this earlier, but I'm going to say it coming up here in Maine. This is a really cool show. I got to sit in on the reading of it, the table read. I've gotten to hear a lot of the music that's involved. This is going to be an absolutely incredible staged reading. It's the world premiere of a new musical by incredible writer and incredible composer. Music by Thanks to Gravity, which is a band that's been together for a very long time. Had record contracts and all that kind of stuff. They are absolutely amazing, and the cast is it's an immigration story, and the cast there's a couple people in the cast who are immigrant friends of mine who either who are new here in the last couple of years, who are actually, one of them has been on stage in a number of countries, and both of them have actually. Gloria Londa, who's is playing the father of the main character. He just moved here. Lives here. He's from Brazil and originally from Congo. Incredible singer. And then my friend Nargis, who's originally from Azerbaijan and Russia. She's here, and she also speaks Turkish. So the story. Anyway, I just can't say enough good things about that. March 23rd. It's a Thursday. Okay. And the next 2 Thursdays are really special because next week I'm going to be in Austin with Penny Joe and Tex Chromosome at Opal Divines in South Austin. Doing live broadcasts from there, and the following week I'm going to be back in time to make it to this staged reading that is going to have live music, and it is absolutely beautiful. You will walk out amazed and changed by it, I promise. March 23rd at Westbrook Performing Arts Center. Okay, that's my pitch. And next week, I just want to read through this one more time. Next Thursday, March 16th, there's no postcards on Monday. Okay, we're getting to the end of the show, what's coming up. There's no postcards on Monday. I am leaving Sunday to go to Austin, Texas, to be there for South by Southwest. I go every year. It is an absolutely fantastic experience to go down to Austin during South by. If you've never been, I recommend it. Find a place to stay that's outside of town and catch some of the free shows that are going on in the unofficial festival. You do not need to buy a big old pass unless you need to or want to. There's all kinds of cool stuff, tons of cool stuff going on there too. But a lot of unofficial showcases that you don't have to have a tag to get into. And this is one of them. It's going to be at Opal Divines, Austin Grill. It's a great little space, lovely little venue in South Austin. And I'm going to be playing there at 2, March 16th. This is, I want to say before I read the list, this event is going to be sponsored by Taff Optical, Lou Grethas, Tex Chromosome, Opal Divines, Blackbird Records, J. Scott Luthery, and great list of sponsors. I'm going to be kicking off the show at 2 because I'm going to be interviewing people as part of the event. I'm going to be working there. So I'll be on at 2. It's all going to be live streamed too. So follow Tex Chromosome. I forgot to mention that. It's going to, I think didn't say that actually. We're talking about it. Okay. We're talking about it. No promises there. But we're going to give it a try. 2 o'clock, I'll be playing my pal Lisa Redfern, who's from West Bath, amazing singer-songwriter. She's playing at 2:30. Mary Schultz, Rigby Summer, Kay and Penny Joe are playing. Mandy Prater, Elizabeth Lee and Martin H., Kelly Swindoll. Pi Jacobs is going to be there, coming in from Los Angeles just for like a day and a half. And if you saw Pi on the show last week, you know how awesome she is. Mike Miz, Rosie Nolan, Deanne Renee, Leah Alonso, and Lady Couch is closing up the show in the evening. So a great show next week. I'll be there interviewing people, and I'll be bringing you little bits and pieces of my experiences that I'm having, impromptu hellos and hey howdies, and coming to you from Austin and just sharing the experience with you. So please stay tuned. Let's see. Oh, and hey, Bruce Bjork, how's it going? Nice to see you playing at Mayo Street Thursday. Yes, that's awesome. Congratulations. Let me see. I've got my Mayo Street Arts is a wonderful theater here in Portland. It's right up the hill. It's where I produce the International Open Mic a couple times a year. And let's see. We've got a couple shows coming up there too. If you're not familiar with Mayo Street, get on their list, and you too can get an awesome little postcard every month that says all the things that are going on at Mayo Street. These are all reasonably priced. It's a nonprofit theater. They are a community arts center, and they are walking their talk big time. Walking their talk big time. Like I said, most linguistically diverse neighborhood almost in the entire world, practically, here in Portland. And this little theater is in the middle of it. So Bruce, you're going to be playing there Thursday. That's totally cool. Let's see. Oh, and thank you, Diggy. Remembering birthdays. That's one thing that I haven't gotten back up and rolling with, have I, is Postcards birthdays. Okay? I think when I get back for spring season, I'm going to take a little break after South by, and then we're going to do spring season starting in April. And I'm going to be booking some people down in Austin when I'm down there and making some plans, and I'll be sharing that with you. So anyway, I am so happy. Mondays. I love Mondays. I'm always a little bit like seat of the pants feeling when I walk in for this show, but y'all make it easy. Y'all make it fun. Thanks for everything you're doing to support music out there in the world, making music, appreciating music, going to shows, buying people's records, or just basically being one of those cool, awesome heads that just, lives the life and does things for others. Here's to you. Well, we haven't had an awfully fun time. I'm going to give one more pitch for Sarah Edmonds, her new record, Preacher's Daughter. This just came in the mail of the Postcards Studio. And I love getting CDs here. And now that I'm here, and I have right here this lovely circa 1997 thing that can play it all. I can do a cassette tape. I can do, can't do an LP on this, but I can do a cassette. I can do a CD, and I can play my favorite radio station here in Portland, WMPG 90.9 FM, giving you a shout out. And I think that's all the shouts that needed to be out. And hey, Sarah, you got a little shout out from Diggy out in Santa Clarita. There you go. All right, so it is the end of the show. It's the end of the show, and I can feel that I've been talking just a little too much. So, get rid of that drop D, turn on the mic for this guitar so we can hear it a little better. I hope you all just have a lovely Monday. And again, I really appreciate you being here. One last pitch. I'll just say, if you love this show and you love any of the things I've been talking about, this is what I do. This is my life as a musician, and I'm excited to get back into starting to dip my toes back into recording a little bit. Got new songs. I started a couple of corkers last night. I have to say, if I do say so myself, sat down with my Stratocaster, put new strings on it, and lo and behold, songs came out. So don't forget about that. Put new strings on your guitar, right? Get it going. Consider becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jenny Van West. I'm just going to leave that up there while I send you out. And just say how much I appreciate all of y'all. When you're down and you're blue and you don't know what to do, just write a postcard. When you're feeling fine and there's something on your mind, just write a postcard. Don't you know Grandma loves this show? She listens every time. You don't need a reason, you don't need a rhyme to write a postcard to 224 Anderson Street. Just write a postcard. Here in Portland, Maine, just write a postcard to 04101. 'Cause Grandma loves this show. Have a great Monday, everybody. I will see you next week. Remember, there's no show Monday. All right? But stay tuned, because there's going to be a bunch of stuff coming to you from Austin, and I will be live and over the top on Thursday, March 16th, live from Austin, Texas. Cannot wait. All right, so lots of love to you all. Big hugs to you.